All right, there we go. All right, everybody. Hey, it is Dee Corchin. I am here with you on Team Time, our weekly Monday night coach call. We're here on Monday, August 2nd. So I thought, I was going to do an inspirational video, and I thought we're all pretty fired up from convention, right? Most of us on this call either attended live, watched it virtually, probably heard about it, saw the pictures. So I would love maybe if we just fire up the chat with maybe what was your favorite moment in convention, something cool that happened, a big takeaway. Let's just do some blowing up and see what happens in our chat tonight. I know for me, I loved our team party. I'm a little biased, but it gave the opportunity that I could meet a lot of you guys with 13,500 people there. I was not able to see a lot of you guys during the day. So having that connection with you was so valuable to me, and so glad you made it a priority to be there. It's great to meet people. If you come in and you're not muted, mute your. There we go. Look at this. Anybody meet a celebrity like in the hallway or anything? Any celebrity sightings? Top leaders? That's always fun. I know a few of us got pictures with Dr. A, which was great. Good. I see Connie raising her hand. Well, what we're going to do tonight is I have asked a few people in particular to speak about their takeaways. Depending on the timing of that, we may or may not have a few impromptu people speak as well, but some exciting things have been announced. It's never a surprise when we come out of convention that there's going to be a wave of incentives and things to get excited about in sharing. So I want to make sure that we allocate plenty of time to talk about those things as well. So just a few housekeeping items is regarding upcoming events. I want to remind you that strategically Optavia scheduled a Health and Hope night for this Wednesday night, August 4th, 8:30 p.m. They will go over the it's a trilogy presentation. So it's the program as well as the business opportunity with inspiring stories. So if you've got people on your heart around either one of those, the program or the coaching opportunity, perfect opportunity. And it's in Coaches Opt for Change. There is a Facebook event for it. So definitely want to be looking for that. I'll put that link when I do the replay. So that'll be awesome. Also want to remind you that we're having a regional event right here in Atlanta on Saturday, August 28th, which will be here before you know it. I've already had people who live in the Southeast saying they're going to travel in for it for this small group setting. So save the date. I mean, we have people drive in from North Carolina, South Carolina, Florida, Alabama. So this is an open event for you to come, invite your clients. Even if you live in Ohio, if you've got clients in that area, they can come. They can be a part of our community, really see what's possible. We're going to put a fall twist on that. We're going to have healthy tailgating ideas and things like that. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Later this week, the details and registration will open up. So we definitely want to be on the lookout for that. And then towards the end of this call, we're going to talk about the Business Builder incentive, that the bonus that was announced, and also a special invitation only qualifying event to be with Dr. A and Dan Bell in December. So that's a small group setting. So we're gonna get to that. But before we jump into what's next in August, just hopefully you saw the post in Coaches Opt for Change today, just thanking you and celebrating you for the month of July. We continue to navigate a lot with the shipping and processing, but all of that is getting better. If you missed it, we're down to 9 to 11 days for processing and shipping. Many of us are getting it even sooner, and it's expected by the middle of this month, we'll be back to normal. And we also have capacity now with a new distribution center to handle 2.5 to 3 times the volume that we have now. So don't hold back in sharing that you're afraid that it's going to slow down processing, because we are equipped and ready to roll. And as we head into a change of seasons, Here in Cobb County in Georgia, school started today. I've already had a teacher contact me that ready to get back into structure and get her health in order. So change in seasons is when we get a big push. That people want to make change in their lives. So we want to be working now towards that. And we've had so many clients, I know, because it's happening to me as well, who are pushing their order every month. When a client pushes their order and doesn't cancel, this comes from my fitness days. People used to keep like their monthly memberships to gyms and never come. And what I learned is that when somebody keeps it active, what that means is that it's still in their heart. It's still in their heart. They do want to make changes. And there's something about that monthly reminder that, that makes them it brings it to their mind again. So if somebody's pushing and they haven't canceled, they're still in the game. So this would be a perfect time to be reaching out to all those individuals that keep pushing and see if we can help integrate them back into the system now. So more on that later, but a few key people, just either in conversation with them over the weekend or when it's something maybe their mentor said to me from a couple of different stages in their business, wanted them to share tonight. And the first one is Calico Vargas. Calico, are you on the line?
Yes, I am.
Oh, hey there. It was fun to meet you in person. And Calico is an executive director, right? Executive director, and attended on her own. She spoke a week or two ago about her husband who's waiting for a transplant, but she attended and I think was massively blown away by what she saw. So I would just love to hear from you. Maybe what was your intention when you walked into the convention? And then what did you walk away with? What was some sort of fundamental shift that you'll put into action?
Sure. So I walked in thinking, like, this makes sense. I'm a social worker. We have to have continuing education. I thought it'd be a cool time to meet everybody that I see on the screen, see things live and in person, but I was literally blown away. I think the last day we were there, I cried almost every speaker that I heard talk. So many moving stories from so many people. And I just kept hearing a lot of stuff about obstacles growing us, and I kept thinking, yeah, I totally agree. And then I heard about heart work being harder than weight loss, and I totally agree. But then they really all talked about relationship building as well. And I thought, I used to be that person, and some things happened in my life. My first husband passed away from cancer, and I saw some sides of people I never knew existed, and I kind of got burnt. And I really have pulled away, far away from relationship building. And I think in my business, even that has shown. And I went in with the thought of, I want to talk with my coaches more. I want to get more personally involved with them. I feel like I've been holding back. But when I was at the actual event, I felt like, no, you haven't just been holding back with your coaches. You've been holding back with everyone. And for me, even living in a year of COVID and staying behind the screen was just fine. For a whole year, I was just fine doing that. So it shows you how far away I was. But it really just stirred in me, meeting these new people, having relationships, having conversations, sharing stories. That connected feeling just felt amazing. And I realized how much I missed it. I realized how much we all need that. And so I noted when I started making video phone calls to my clients and some of my coaches and said, let's set up a weekly time. I want you to be successful. I want us to have a relationship. And that was while it was even still going on. I think that was midday Saturday. And then after that, I have been in touch with them. I created space for us to just talk and post things, because one of the things that came up too was so many people aren't in the books. And I thought maybe that was just some of the people I was working with and it was my fault, but I heard that from other people and I thought, no. And so I wanted to figure out ways that I can communicate and get them excited to know maybe if they have access and start seeing it, they'll want more. I think they'll want more because that's what happened to me. So now in the beginning, I wanted to help my husband. Now we moved to anybody who wants help, like literally anybody and everybody. This program has everything to offer, body, mind, finance, and you could see all of that clearly over the weekend. And then it's just like a burning desire now in me that I want to do this. So last night I did start what Dr. A said. I have a journal by the bed now, and I'm writing in it every night 3 things I'm grateful for, 3 things that I am going to move myself toward, and then 3 things that I have to take care of tomorrow. And just that, and really, I mean, I already have appointments in my book with most of my clients who are really ready to do stuff, that we're going to start meeting. And a couple of them were like you said, I want to regroup and I want to start when school starts back. And I'm fine with that. I'm like, let's go when you're ready. I'll be here. So it was fantastic.
I love that if you heard what she was saying, that she saw it bigger, she saw it bigger, saw the importance. And so I heard when with Dr. A, somebody said, my clients aren't interested in the book or whatever, and he said, it's because they don't see the value of it. And so really is up to us to show the value, and not just what are you reading or have you read, but if you can find something that, like today I had several people I was referring to Element 4 and Stop Challenge and Choose, because they're struggling. So they were, once they knew it could be a tool that could help, they were game. So I love that you're doing that investing. I think I didn't get a chance to click over, but I saw something that you were live today. Did you do a Facebook Live? Yep, she did Facebook Live today. So
Oh,
awesome.
can I?
Very, very
My
good.
husband Pete, I came home, he picked me up. We had breakfast. I gave him everything from my notes. I started crying at the table again. And he's made 2 posts today too, talking about the freedoms he's gained by going on a 3.5 mile run this morning and not having the weight issue. So I was excited about that too.
That is good. Yeah, I think I know I'm always reminded about the power of this program, and we're reminded to share more boldly. So thank you. You're going to change a lot of lives, a lot of lives. All right, next up, I wanted Wendy Wardlaw. Are you out there? Because Wendy, you have been coaching for a while. She has attended convention before, but she had some shifts with this one. Are you there, Wendy?
I'm here.
Hey there. Can you share for a
Hey.
minute?
Sure. So I've been coaching for 3 years. A while back, I made executive director, and I have kind of dropped down over the last 4, 5, 6 months. And I went into convention, honestly, wondering if I still wanted to do this. I've done a lot of personal development, started seeing a therapist, and have just been down deep in a valley, not in a good place, neglecting my clients, neglecting my health. And so I knew convention would get me in the right frame of mind, or I hoped it would. Who really spoke to me was Leslie Begin, talking about going from can't to compelled. And that is, it's going to motivate me. I know it. I've already started. And what she said was, my valley gives courage and hope to other people. And I keep forgetting that and think, why would anybody want to, have a health coach that's still overweight, can barely post right now, so a little vulnerability there. So how am I going to get from can't to compelled? And I'm using her words here. You're no longer defined by your excuses. I'm no longer defined by mine. I'm going to stop fighting for my excuses, and I'm going to start dreaming and start fighting for that. And then also turn apathy into action. I've had a whole lot of apathy for the last 5 or 6 months, and it's time to flip the switch, like Leslie said. So she said to do 3 things: name it, speak it, and confront it. So I'm naming it. I made up lies, I've made up excuses, and enough already. I'm speaking it to you guys for accountability. I'm doing this. I can do this. I know I can. I've helped 40 plus people, and I know I can do this. And then confront it. I am focusing on the truth instead of the lies and the excuses that I've made. The huge one for me is I'm just so overwhelmed. I take care of my mom. She's got Alzheimer's, and it just takes over my life. So I'm putting it out there. I know I have trouble asking for help. I'm going to start asking for more help, and I'm going to do this. So it's time. Thank you, convention.
Thank you, convention. Thank you, Optavia. One thing I've learned, I talked about it with a few people this weekend, is that I think Optavia, we've talked about the fact we can almost call it a personal development program more than, it's personal development program, and you'll get healthy, physically healthy along the way, but we're also going to get mentally and emotionally healthy at the same time, and then financially as well through coaching. And so I think that no matter whatever's in there is going to be exposed through Optavia. And if it puts us in personal development or counseling or whatever, but I think the beauty of it is when we can learn to use it for good. and learn to realize that we're not alone in our struggles, and that exactly what you said and what Leslie said, that you can take that and turn it, and it's going to be somebody else's freedom, because they're going to realize I don't have to be perfect to be a health coach. I can be on my journey and help other people. I can, as long as I'm contending, I have not failed. And so that is going to be freeing for somebody else. So thank you, Wendy. That was bold. Thanks. All right. And a lot of times, I know Larry always did with me, having a spouse attend convention with you can be extremely powerful, help to see what this is bigger, maybe start to share in a different way. So I wanted to ask Christy Sauer and her husband, Dan. Christy is an executive director, and they both attended together. So Christy and Dan, if you guys would share with us what that was like to go through convention as a couple.
Hi, everybody. Let me first just start by saying that I've been to a lot of conventions, not with Optavia. This is my first, one, but they do it right. The music was amazing. I mean, talk about walking in every morning and just being, enlightened to wherever. So that for me, the energy was, I knew I was in the right place. And that was really moving for me. Just, it made you happy. It just solidified that I'm where I need to be, with all that. I think that oftentimes for me, when I go to a meeting, a convention, you feel like, oh yeah, they're talking to me. Oh yeah, that was exactly what I needed to hear. That was exactly, there's moments of clarity, I guess. And there are two words that are like my two favorite, and it's grit and courage. And it was like, there was a talk on that. And then there was, the courage. And I think for me, I mean, this was the pivotal moment, was the realization that I'm living in fear, that I'm prejudging, right? I'm signing people up, and I stay where it's comfortable, and that was spoken about so much. Go where it's uncomfortable. And I'm not going where it's uncomfortable. And, followed up right after that was, talk about fear. And so I just want to, like, there was a line in there, and I don't even remember who said it now, but this was what I wrote down. This is when I guess that moment of being, awakening. And it was when fear shows up as perfectionism, and that's where I'm sitting. Like, I'm just living in the perfectionism, and he's over here shaking his head, living in that perfectionism, and just, I'm really busy doing all this other stuff, but I going to a place now where don't care what other people think. And what drew me in, and that when that moment happened, is when Dan Bell was sitting there, we all hear him, on our calls, when he was talking about all the things he thought about us. And he said, I don't even know all of you guys, but here's what I thought, here's what I think about you. And he goes, but here's the thing, I don't get a vote. I don't get a vote. So what do you think about you? And so I just felt very empowered and awakened by that, and thought, I'm going to go where it's uncomfortable, and I'm going to stop. I'm going to be honest with you. I haven't even began to approach people as coaches. The second someone says to me, I'm just here about this, I don't want to, I go, oh, okay. And I'm just going to, live bold and approach it and do the Coach Explorer calls. And that side where I've kind of just let it rest. This was so powerful for me to just start, implementing that now. So I'm on fire, and I am totally awakened on, my business has just begun, like, I'm excited. I don't know. Then this is, Dan was there, and you go ahead. And
well, first of all, I'd like to say hi, everybody. This is the first time I've actually had an opportunity to be on camera with Christy. I've been watching her do this for quite some time now. 11 months ago yesterday, actually, I became a client. I followed Christy into this, and had a reasonable amount of success as a client. I've never really gotten in touch with the business end of it, but as a client, I've had some success at about, I'm 11 months in right now. At about the 8-9 month mark, I had lost 80 pounds and felt really good about that. And I'm a whole different person. I have an entire different wardrobe, and it's everything that we tell everybody that it is. And so that's exciting. I want to start by saying, thank you for a wonderful party the other night. We had a great time. I got a chance to see a few. I see some of the familiar faces here. I recognize some of you from the electric slide moves that was going on there. And, great dancers, by the way. And I just wanted to say that, when we attended the conference, I thought I was going to be their support. I was going to be her wingman and just kind of watch. And long about Saturday, I kept hearing everybody's talks, and I too was extremely moved. And I'm listening to Dr. A and some of the things, and it's probably a lot of things that you all have heard several times. I'm listening to for the first time. And I remember couldn't hold it back anymore. I said, I want to be a coach. I just, Jesus, I want to share this with everybody. The whole concept of not just having somebody be on a diet, but we want to get people healthy. We want to change the world. We want, it's completely different than anything else I've ever heard. And I did have some experiences in the past where people, because a lot of people have approached me and said, how'd you lose all your weight? And I didn't have a good answer for that. I didn't have an answer other than, well, you should talk to my wife because she's, she's certified with the company now, and she's a health coach and she can help you. And I didn't have a good answer when they say, well, is this one of those programs like Marie Osmond's? I don't know. You buy your food and you eat it. I didn't know. Other than that works. And when Dr. A said, the success is having a coach and having a community. And all of a sudden it was like a light bulb went off and it changed everything for me. And that's so true. And that's what really sets it apart. Anyway, I got extremely excited. It was nice to meet you guys. Dee, thank you again. And it's nice to let me.
And so hopefully he's going to be a coach.
Yeah,
Let's
let's hold him to
my
that.
coach right here.
He's going to have a much better answer now. Is it like that, Marie Osmond? No, not at all. No.
Not at all. And now at least now I know how to explain the difference. It's just not, it's not even close,
That's the beauty of it, is just being able to see this bigger, just be able to see it bigger, of, oh my gosh, this is what we're doing. So exactly. Yeah, awesome. I'm glad you caught that fire. Just keep those flames burning, keep sharing. All right, one more similar. I want Jody Stout to come on. Jody's been coaching, I think, a little less than a year, and without a lot of public being out there on social media, has built a really nice associate director business. But Jody, are you out there? Can you share about your experience?
I'm here. Can you see me?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Hi. Let's see. I've been coaching, and actually all of my clients are from word of mouth, not a single one, well, with the exception of one person that I got from social media. So I had a couple things that shifted me. First of all, it was an amazing weekend. I left there, I got there not knowing what to expect, just being excited to learn, and it was really fantastic. And the people that I met and the stories that I heard completely had me going, like I sent you, I'll tell about that in a second. So my first thing is judgment. I have this big fear of really approaching people, and especially because I wasn't posting, I would look at someone, or if someone would talk to me, and I would say, well, why does that person need the program? My best friend, for example, that I have known since I'm 9 years old, she is uber fit. She works out 2 hours a day. She eats right. She is fantastic. And she is also a savvy partner. And I'm like, she has savvy. What is she going to want Optavia for if she has savvy? I'm not going to talk to her. And
Savvy is a clothing company. Is that right?
Savvy's that like exercise workout clothes that kind of like Athleta, I guess, or all these different brands that are now having workout clothes that turn into daytime clothes or nighttime clothes. And she's been posting and doing all these things and trying to get me to be a savvy partner. And I'm like, I can only handle one thing at a time, please. But the thing is, I never approached her about it. She knew about my journey. She knew that I lost weight, and she was very encouraging. And someone else posted about the conference on their page that she knew, and she commented to that person, and they reached out to her, and and tried to set something up with her. And she said, so she called me because she told them, oh, I'm sorry. If I'm going to do this, I'm going to call my friend. So she called me. I didn't call her. And she said, listen, her husband needs to lose like 40 pounds. This might be the vehicle for him to do it. Tell me more and tell me how it works and all that other stuff. And then we got into the conversation because she's entrepreneurial minded. And I said, you could be his coach. And so this is my best friend that I judge. So can you imagine? So that's on judgment. Like that's
a good one. That is a good one.
Yeah. And the other thing that you spoke to me about talking about is posting. Okay, you guys. After 7 months of posting and much prodding from Dee and Vicky, I had one post, a before and after post and about my journey. And I got a really great response. I was so afraid and embarrassed and horrified to put my story out there. I used to be a really teeny tiny person, and I didn't want people to know like that I ever was heavy and that I was getting healthy. I just didn't want them, even though I was coaching. So I posted that one time and I got a tremendous response. And then the fear kicked in again, and I didn't post again until my second day of conference. And then I think I've posted like 6 times since then. The shift happened was like, wait a minute, this is not about me trying to get clients and trying to find coaches. This is about me trying to help people that I'm close to or that may know me and get healthy, and whether it be financial or just for their health, all of these things, and really making it not about me, but about them. That was my shift from selfishness to selflessness, I guess. And
that's beautiful.
That was my shift. So I'm going to get a bunch of coaches this month, I guess.
That's huge. But what a shift, right? I'm going to take your words, from selfishness to selflessness. Who are we to stand in somebody else's way? So thank you for sharing that.
Thank you. Like really, I'm a changed person.
Wonderful. It's going to be beautiful to see what happens as a result with all of us. I wish I could have every person share. The business builder promotion bonus, that is the incentive from the company. They are going to cover it in detail on the 8:30 community call tonight. So I want you to tune into that. That is for coaches that you bring on anybody that you brought on in July and August. You'll be able to earn additional bonus on their qualifying volumes. And when you help them be successful, you're going to get a bonus. So I'm looking at, we had 90 people on this call at one point, 88 now. Even if we all added one coach, imagine that, 88 new coaches in the organization. We had 25 last month. 88 new coaches, what that could begin to do. But we want to be in the sponsoring mindset because I have the exclusive. This has not been released to the public, but I have an in with Dan Bell. And I got some details that he and Dr. A you're going to get an email later this week about it, but they are announcing a invitation only event happening December 1st through the 5th. It's a Wednesday to Sunday in Orlando, Florida, led by Dr. A and Dan Bell. This will be a small setting, maybe 1,000 or 2,000 people. So you have to qualify because that's how you get the intimate setting. So you have to be a growing coach and growing by adding coaches. So I'm going to see if I can pull this up real quick. I want you to know that this may be subject to change, but this is what I know at this point. Can you guys see this document? I see something on my screen. Yes, somebody nod. Yes. Okay. I want to just shift here. So basically what this means is they're going to look at your business as of July 2021. So if you were an executive director, or if you weren't an executive director, wherever you were in July of this year, how you finished the month is going to be how you have to qualify for this. So if you were an executive director or higher, anybody who wasn't an executive director, you need to become an executive director or be an executive director, be certified, have $6,000 of qualifying volume. And then what you're going to do is you're going to add 2 new senior coaches to your organization between now and October of this year. So plenty of time, because we're all in sponsoring mindset now, to be out offering and then bringing them on, helping them help 5 people. So you're going to want to be have a volume business of 6,000 and be able to do that. Or if you become FIBIC this month, if you become a FIBIC, let's say you already had 4 senior coaches, maybe then you only need 1 more. If you had to finish the month of July with 4 senior coaches, you only need 1 more, you become FIBIC. You maintain that through October and you are qualified to attend. And then if you are a FIBIC or higher, so that means you already have 5 senior coaches or above, what you're going to do is create 2 new senior coaches. And these are going to be ones that are in new legs for you, or any of those or somebody new qualify as an executive director on your team. So this is all about growth and bringing people on this mission to join you and our team in taking this further. But, you know, I just said, hey, if we each did 1 coach, it would be 90. But think about it. If we all did 2 and met by the qualification of adding 2 coaches, we'd have 180 new coaches in our organization. So that would be quite incredible. Who wants to try to go there? Raise your hand. Yeah. They held an event for us a year ago, January, and it was phenomenal. Double hands from Melanie. And it was phenomenal. And everybody said it was their favorite event because they were in a smaller setting with Dr. A and Dan Bell. So your leaders, I am here to help you make that happen. So we're going to work hard. We're going to buddy up because I would love everyone on this call to be there with us. Our new client community call, coach community call, Dan Bell call are starting right now. All the links are in Coaches Up for Change. I will live stream the client call right now, but encourage you to hop over there and be on there for that business builder promotion at 8:30. So thank you to our speakers. Love you guys. We'll see you next time. Bye.